So hi Jamie, how's the new wine cellar then?
Great, great. I'm absolutely delighted. Got some friends over tonight to sample some wines, and maybe you should go have a look.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers Jamie. So here we are in Jamie's wine cellar. As you can see, wine cellars are very different these days. They're no longer dark and dingy places where you store your wine. We can really enhance the look and the feel of a wine cellar now. As you can see, with the enhancement of lights, the LED lights, these create an atmosphere within your wine cellar. They don't generate any heat, and they're a soft, subtle lighting, so it gives it a really nice ambience within the actual cellar. Behind that we also have the mirror acrylic as well. Now the mirror acrylic is a crystal clear, so it picks up the lighting much better, and it enhances your cellar by pushing it out and giving it a feel of much more space. With Jamie's cellar, we've manufactured this completely out of solid white American oak. This is the finest material you can get. It also helps to create the atmosphere and the ambience within your cellar. So now you're showing off your wine, you're not just storing it. The cellar itself is actually completely climate controlled, so it's controlled between 12 and 16 degrees, and that keeps it at optimum temperature for long-term storage. Now, key with every wine cellar is to ensure that you have a varied storage capacity. What I mean by this is we have different storage solutions. Now, what we're looking at over here is a 300mm deep wine storage cube. These are absolutely perfect for storing 2 cases of wine. They store 6 bottles in each section. Now, the great thing with this is really that's for general drinking wine, your day-to-day wine. You come into your wine cellar and you think, right, I want a quick bottle of wine for an evening meal. So you think, right, that's the one I like, grab a bottle and take it out. It doesn't hold it as beautifully and as tightly as a single bottle racking, but it serves a purpose, because you can open up a case of wine, just quickly put it in, easily done. Then we move on to the single bottle storage. Now here, the single bottle storage is 300mm deep. The reason for this, as with all the lower levels, is you do not want to disturb your wine. So, as you're walking past, you will hit the racking rather than you hit the wine. So therefore, it stays nice and safe. What we then do is we've got a nice solid shelf. This is 28mm thick hardwood. The reason for us setting the racking back here is for 2 reasons. One, it helps to make the cellar feel much bigger, and also the benefit of easily grabbing the wine by the bottleneck and drawing it out. And as you can see, with this racking system, it's cut like this, and it holds the bottle with no scratches. It doesn't damage the bottle, it just holds it perfectly the way it's supposed to be held. This cellar is completely made out of solid hardwood. Now the other bonus with that is, as you walk in, the smell that is developed from the actual wood comes in. It brings you into the atmosphere of actually being within a wine cellar. So you've got the soft, subtle lighting coming down from the LEDs. They don't generate any heat. They come down, you've got the mirror acrylic, and also you've got now the smell that's been generated from this wood that's coming up and hitting you. So it brings you all into the fact of being in a beautiful wine cellar. And as you walk across here, we've got the single bottle racking here, we've got the 225 up here. Now what we have in front here, which is always very good to have in any cellar, is a tasting station. Now a tasting station is very useful within a cellar, because if you're having a wine tasting with your friends and you decide, right, okay, I need a selection of bottles of wine. So what you do with a tasting station, you take your selection of bottles of wine out, you place them in here underneath the tasting station, ready for your wine tasting. You get your glasses set up, you get all your friends in, and then you can just sit there and you can draw your wine out open it, decant it, and it's ready for serving. As I said before, we've got 300mm down here at waist height, and now we're moving into the case racking. Right, here we are. These are our case racking systems. Now the great thing about the wine racking and all of our wine racking systems is ease of use, and for the fact it allows for the maximum airflow to go around all the bottles. Now with this case racking system here, as you can see, nice and easy, slides backwards and forwards. Again, up to waist height. The other bonus with having case racks, they're 500mm deep. This allows you to have an extra piece of shelf. So you're sitting here and you decide to choose whatever wine you want for an evening, fine dining, with some friends. You have somewhere to rest it, to allow one bottle to sit there while you choose the others. The other great thing about case racking is, with the lighting coming down, with the different styles of boxes you have and the different patterns, it always looks very, very different. And every time you walk into a cellar, it gives you something different to look at. So this racking system is actually built to fit the room. So what you get in effect is you get a fantastic feel of actually being built completely all the way around the room. And when you come to the corners, this gives you a perfect depth of 300mm compared to your 225 to allow your storage of magnums. And what that gives you is, as you come down, all the bottlenecks are exactly the same length. And because magnums are slightly deeper, they protrude the same as your 225. So when you get the look down the cellar, the whole thing is in one. So there you have it, a Sorrells wine cellar. They're cutting edge, they're built for you, and they're the best in Europe.
If I was Julian McKeith, that famous debunked dietitian, I might say, what fun. But I'm not, so, no, that's...
Now, what was this one here?
Now, that is the Montrose 82, and the hence of